take that negative energy, I process it, and processing it is that you're doing a lot of internal work yourself, because Bob is throwing something at you and you're like, Bob he really triggered me there. He just set me off. And okay, I got to take that in, I got to process it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send positive energy back to Bob, okay? I'm going to send positive energy back to Bob, because here's what we know, is if I send negative energy back to Bob, Bob's going to send negative energy back to me. And it's just going to be this like tennis match, this ping pong, this pickleball match, where there's negative energy going back and forth, and that's what you want to avoid.
Struggle got purpose and we grow, so whatever road we have to take next, all I need to know is that we'll roll with the punches.
Alright y'all, here we are. Good morning, good morning. Whoa, guys, girls. Oh my goodness, that 4 a.m. edit alarm went off this morning, and I just hit snooze, fell back asleep. Y'all, didn't get the vlog out until like 10:30 a.m., 10:05 a.m. Oh my gosh, you guys, gonna have to give me grace sometimes. This 4 a.m. wake up call to edit the vlog. Toughest part about doing the daily vlog. I can record all day, I can talk to you all day, I can do all the individual therapy, I can do everything in life. The struggle becomes, and it's gonna be the thing that makes or breaks this vlog, because this morning I was like, I just don't know. I mean, that doubt sets in, right? That doubt sets in, and then there's a part of me that says, no, Randy, you gotta fight through this, you gotta fight through this. And so I gave myself grace and said, all right, sleep for a couple more hours, and then get up, edit the vlog, and then get out the door for client sessions today, and just all those stuff we do at Midwest Anxiety, y'all. So here we are, back with another episode. We're gonna keep this running back. I hope you've had a good day. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. And you guys just sit back, put on your seatbelt, and let's ride today. Let's ride along doing this community-based therapy thing that we do. Gonna have a lot of great conversation today, and you guys sit back. Oh, yo, oh, I can't, oh my goodness, oh, I can't get out of this jacket. Oh my gosh, I feel like David Copperfield trying to get out of this jacket. Oh my goodness, y'all. Woo, it's warming up. Oh my goodness. Okay, I feel like a magician trying to get out of that straight jacket. Here we go, y'all. Woo, let's talk about something. Just got done with a new client, and you know, you guys, I've talked about this before, but I think it's just so important. I'm speaking to y'all that are looking for a therapist. Maybe you haven't been in therapy, you don't know where to start, you're going to your first session, and you're like, what's supposed to go on here? What's supposed to go on? Here's my encouragement, y'all, is that first session is all about the connection. It's all about the connection with your therapist. Like, you should like your therapist. That should be the idea, is that you should like your therapist. And so really what I tell clients is the first session is about to get to know each other, right? It's just a casual session, but it's really to see if you feel connected, if you feel good, if you like me, you like what I'm saying. So really your first session should be is if you like your therapist. That should be the first session, to see if there's that connection. You know, in real estate they say location, location, location. In therapy, I believe it's connection, 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 y'all. See if you like your therapist in that first session. Don't feel like you have to spill the beans. The first session isn't all about spilling the beans. Your therapist may want you to spill all the beans. Guys, I've heard before, it's like, oh, you know, I just didn't feel good about this therapist, and I just get tired of talking about my story. No, you don't have to talk about your story the first session. Your therapist may go there and you just can say, hey, I just want to get to know you. I want to get to know your style. I just want to see how comfortable I am with you, and really expect that, and hopefully your therapist will understand that, because in therapy the connection is the most important part, y'all. Okay, it's time for what's been coming up in client sessions. Oh my gosh, okay, I got 4 minutes. I got 4 minutes until I see a client, and I'm really excited about today's what's been coming up in client sessions. Oh my gosh, let's go. Okay, here's the scenario. You've got someone in your life that's important to you. It can be a mother, it can be a father, it can be your boyfriend, it can be your girlfriend, it can be your wife, it could be your husband, it could be your child, it could be a friend, a good friend. It's someone that's really important to you. Okay, so it's not someone you can just really cut out of your life. I mean, you could cut them out of your life, but it's a relationship that you just want to, you want to be able to maintain, all right? All right, y'all. So you're probably wondering, how do I deal with this person? How do I deal with this relationship? They're a bad person. Like, they give me, there's lots of negative energy. They have lots of negative energy. I do not like that negative energy. I just keep myself away from them, but keeping myself away from them, just it's not helping, all right? And when I'm around them, I just feel all this negative energy inside, and we get in fights and everything else. How do I deal with them, Randy? How do I deal with them? Okay, let's go. Here's how you deal with it. Let's go. Let's talk about this. Okay, I'm gonna use this word appreciation for a minute. You guys stick with me here. You're gonna just appreciate them. You're gonna appreciate them. Okay, let's do a hypothetical here. Okay, the hypothetical is you have your boyfriend's name's Bob. Let's just say your boyfriend's name's Bob. And Bob, there's just certain things about Bob. He's got some negative energies. There's just things that you don't like about Bob. But Bob is one of those people that you just are like, hey, I want to keep Bob in my life, all right? So you have an appreciation of Bob. Appreciation, what that means is you just understand Bob is just Bob. Bob is just Bob, okay? Bob is unaware. Bob has blind spots, unaware of the things that you find unattractive or unappealing or are just bad energy, right? Bob is just like, hey, I'm just being me. I don't know what you're talking about. It must be you. It's not me. It must be you. And so what you have to do is you have to have an appreciation for who Bob is. And what you have to do is you have to emotionally separate yourself from Bob in a way where when Bob is negative, that Bob, that you absorb that negative energy, but then you turn that negative energy into positive energy, okay? And when you respond to Bob, it's not based on the negative energy that Bob sends to you, okay? It's like, okay, I take that negative energy, I process it, and processing it is that you're doing a lot of internal work yourself, because Bob is throwing something at you and you're like, Bob he really triggered me there. He just set me off. And okay, I got to take that in. I got to process it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send positive energy back to Bob, okay? I'm going to send positive energy back to Bob, because here's what we know, is if I send negative energy back to Bob, Bob's going to send negative energy back to me. And it's just going to be this like tennis match, this ping pong, this pickleball match, where there's negative energy going back and forth, and that's what you want to avoid. All right, so you've heard kind of this idea of kill him with kindness. I think there is a part of that where you got to just understand Bob is just being Bob, and I know Bob's going to come at me with this, and I'm going to have to take it. I'm going to have to be the bigger person. I'm going to have to take the high road here, and what I'm going to have to do is I'm not going to send negative energy back to Bob. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send positive energy back to Bob, okay? And what that does is that just changes all the dynamics. That changes all the dynamics. Bob's not used to people being nice to him when Bob is when he's mean or negative. He's not used to that. So ultimately what you're doing is you're changing this cycle, and hopefully over time what you do is that you model for Bob how you want Bob to treat you, right? So you're positive to Bob, and hopefully Bob's like, oh, she's positive or he's positive to me, so I'm going to have to be more positive to him, right? You probably heard that. Well, when you change, I'll change. Okay, well, the winning in it isn't that that Bob won. The winning in it is that Bob didn't make you mad. Bob didn't make you frustrated. Bob didn't make you angry like Bob used to do. What Bob did was he was just a source of information. He was a source of data. You absorb it, and then you processed it, and then you worked it out in a positive way, all right? So I think there's that ability to be able to work through that negative energy and give positive energy back, right? But I also think there is a place for boundaries too. We can't just let Bob walk all over you. You got to establish those healthy, positive boundaries and be positive with it. Healthy, positive boundaries, all right? You maintain certain expectations, but give Bob some love. When he's throwing you all that hate, give Bob love. Be the bigger person, all right? All right, y'all, I gotta go see this client. All right, I know you probably have someone like that in your life, and like you're like, Randy, I just can't do that. I can't just do that. Y'all, you can do it. It's about being self-aware. It's about working through that emotion inside of you. It's about working through that emotion inside of you, working through that emotion, and then being able to have your heart stay open and give that person that love. Give that negative person, give that person that just never sees love, is always negative, is always hating, show them some love. All right, be genuine about it. It's important to be genuine. All right, we can easily be disingenuous about this. Be genuine about it. All right. All right, y'all, let's talk about resilience here, determination, perseverance. You know, I find myself a lot of the day when I'm talking with clients that I'm talking about this topic right here, because a lot of times clients are worn down by anxiety or depression, relationship conflict, whatever the struggle would be, is they're worn down. And so I talk about resilience a lot. Like, I don't think there's any other option. It's like when you get knocked down, you just gotta keep getting back up. And I know there are times where it's more difficult than others, but I think you just got to take off the table that you're just going to give up. Like, I think you have to have a mentality that, you know, I'm just going to fight through. I'm going to work through whatever happens in my life. I'm going to just keep going. And I think that that's the mindset that you've got to have. I think sometimes we get down emotionally or physically, and we tire out at times, and then you know, we start thinking about giving up. And I'm like, okay, well, let's just say I give up. Let's just say that, okay, like, I'm just gonna give up on anxiety. Like, I'm just not gonna fight anymore. Like, I'm just gonna be anxious for the rest of my life. Like, I'm not gonna try to like fight anxiety or battle anxiety or try to continue to do these skills. I'm like, okay, and then and what? Like, what will your life be at that point? Well, you just want to be anxious for the rest of your life? Like, anxiety is not going to stop just because you decide, oh, I waved the white flag. I waved the white flag. Your struggles aren't going to stop just because you wave the white flag. I mean, it sounds good in the moment that when I say I'm just not going to try anymore. I'm just done. I'm just done. I hear that. I understand that. I know where that's coming from, because you're just tired and you're just worn out and you're just depleted. I get it. That's normal. But guys, I think just overall we have to have a mindset. And for me, I go into the struggles. I try to go into the struggles. That's my mindset. As I want to go through the challenges, I want to go through the difficulties. I'm a junkyard dog. I'm a junkyard dog. And we're just diversity. We're going to be resilient to that. We're going to be resilient. And I talk so much about this with clients. It's like a huge theme that we talk about. And so my encouragement to you would be is just to develop that, you know, I'm not going to lose mentality. I'm going to win. It may take some time. It may take a lot of time, but I'm going to be resilient. I'm going to keep getting back up. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm not going to let anxiety, depression, whatever my struggle is, win. And if I think you develop that mentality, you're gonna win, y'all. You're gonna win. Here's the other thing, y'all. Like, when you are resilient and when you struggle and when you get knocked down and then you get back up and you actually then win after that, you actually, something works out, you start to win, things start to get easier. That's a huge confidence. That's a huge confidence builder. I always talk about, like, confidence isn't just given to you. Like, confidence is built. You build confidence, and you build confidence through doing those hard things. You build confidence by struggling, by working hard, and then at some point getting through it. And then you have confidence to be like, oh, I did this, or oh, I did that. Okay, I can do this again. I can do that. This is like that, or this is like that. And that confidence is built by doing those hard things, y'all. This confidence is built by doing those hard things. Big confidence booster when you're losing. When you're losing and then you get back up and you eventually win. When you win, you got to see it out. Huge confidence booster. All right, y'all.